Hey, good to see you all again. Sorry I couldn't make it to you, in the new year, New Year's Day, but, I told you, busy stuff in my life, but, to do with the family, you know that. But I've got a chance to see you guys again, and I'm going to show you more of my recent Thomas stuff that I've got this time. We're going to start off with, this rare Thomas CD called Thomas Songs and Roundhouse Rhythms. It's a music CD that has some old Thomas songs from season 4 to 5. I had to get the 2001 version, which is an old version than the 2008 version. 2008 version wasn't available much, so I had to get this one. And I've also got Thomas Train Your Tracks. This is 2002 version. Not only does it contain, a couple of songs from season 4, and, songs from season 5, 3 songs from season 5, I think. But it also has 5 songs from season 6, which were only released in the US and other countries, just not in my country, the UK. But doesn't bother me much if they weren't released in our country, just as long as I still love Thomas and Friends. Yeah, I'm proud of these 2 music CDs. I like to listen to them. Anyway, moving on. I've also got this Ertl Neil. He's one of these Origin engines, this Neil. He lived on the island of Sodor, and he was the engine who transported Skarloey to the narrow gauge railway that was going to be that is now called the Skarloey Railway. Neil transported Skarloey in 1865. He was helped off the boat. Skarloey described Neil as a kind but ugly engine. I don't think Neil is ugly. I don't think any of you would think that Neil's ugly, but that's the way Skarloey is seeing it. I think Neil is a nice engine. For delivering Skarloey in 1865, Neil's, I think, is slightly older than, that year. Yes. I've also got this Ertl Smudger, the engine who was seen in this Thomas episode called Grandpuff, which was Grandpuff, is the first episode of season 4 of Thomas and Friends. And all of you might know, well, most of you might know that, Smudger's merchandise was Wooden Railway and Ertl. And I got an Ertl Smudger here. It's kind of rare these days. On eBay, anyway. And I've got an Ertl Smudger now, which I wanted. I wanted to go with my Skarloey Railway that I put together at my father's. Wanted this to go with, the engines I have there. You'll have seen, the Ertl Skarloey Railway that I have in my father's. You'll have seen that in my, my Christmas video of 2013. Most of you will remember that if you viewed it. Yeah. I've also got this Wooden Railway Timothy. He's an oil-burning engine, and he's one of these engines who works at the Sodor China Clay Works. I know why he's called an oil-burning engine. It's because he's one of these special types of steam engines who doesn't really need coal and water. Well, that's what I think, anyway. He's one of these engines who, uses oil to make steam. That's how much of a special engine he is. And I think he's splendid. I think most of you think he's splendid. I think he's splendid. Bill and Ben just call him an odd one out because he only burns oil, and Bill and Ben burn coal. Or other steam engines burn coal. You all know that. It shows here that that title it shows. Sorry if you can't see it clearly. It says Tale of the Brave. That's the first movie that Timothy appeared in. Yeah, I wanted a Wooden Railway Timothy because I think he's the only proper, sized looking engine who has that brown thing which looks like a log on his bunker. So Wooden Railway is the only option. And the last thing I'm showing you is my Trackmaster Buster. I wanted him to. He was the only remaining vehicle to add to my Sodor Construction Company collection that I have at my father's. And that collection contains Jack, Alfie, Oliver, Max, Monty, Ned, Kelly, Byron, Isabella, and Patrick. Those, and Buster is, of course, a member of the Sodor Construction Company too. So he's going to my father's, you know, and there's some time when I can see him down in the, down in that part of the country. Yeah. In time, you know, in years' time to come, but Buster will become kind of a rare antique, but I will never sell him as long as I shall live. He's staying with me forever, for something important. And one of the features that I did not see about him before was, you know, this. That clicking sound is, you know, this wheel here. Yeah, that's it. It's a clicking wheel. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be much of a problem with Buster, just as long as he's really useful enough. You know, Trapmaster's the only piece of merchandise for Buster. So, yeah, that's all I can show to you today, and it's been good seeing you again, and I shall come back with another video of, you know, anything that might interest you as well. I shall see you later in some other time. Bye!